Enoch was the seventh from Adam. He was a righteous man who walked with Yahuwah and was shown all of creation. He lived 365 years before he was taken by Yahuwah. Genesis chapter 5 and verse 18 through 24 tells us, it says, "And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with Elohim after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with Elohim, and was not, for Elohim took him." Hebrews chapter 11, verses 5 through 6 says, "By faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahuwah had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased Elohim. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that come to Elohim must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." Now that we have concrete evidence that Enoch in fact walked with Yahuwah and saw all of creation, we can now confidently read the prophecies of Enoch. Before we take a look at the book of Enoch, the throne and the tree, let's look at 3 more verses to help validate that Enoch was shown all creation from the beginning to the end. Let's look in what they call the New Testament, Jude chapter 1 verses 14 through 16, and it reads, "And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these things, saying, Behold, Yahuwah come with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouths speak great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage." So this further confirms that Enoch was taken up into heaven and shown all of creation from beginning to end. Jude chapter 1 verses 14 through 16 confirms the fact that Enoch saw the end of time. He saw the return of the Hamashiach. He said he saw the Hamashiach execute judgment upon all of the ungodly who committed ungodly deeds, and those sinners who have spoken against him. Not that I'm trying to convince you, but I have to ask this question. Do you still think that the book of Enoch is a hoax and not Yahuwah inspired, because this is the lie that the Roman Catholic Church have told you? Well, it is your choice whether or not you want to read the book of Enoch. Let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to start at 1 Enoch chapter 25. The prophecies of the tree and the throne is dealing with the new kingdom to come. It begins with the angel Uriel speaking with Enoch, saying, "And he said unto me, Enoch, why do you ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree? And why do you wish to learn the truth? And why do you wish to learn the truth?" Then I answered him, saying, "I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree." And he answered, saying, "This high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of Elohim, is his throne, where the Holy Great One, Yahuwah of glory, the eternal King, will sit." So Enoch was shown a tree, and he was shown a throne high up in the mountains. Let's look at the clue that tells us that this tree and this throne is going to be in our future and the new kingdom to come. It's found in verse 3, where it says, "Where the Holy Great One, Yahuwah of glory, the eternal King, will sit." when he comes down to visit the earth with goodness. Will sit is future tense. And it goes on to say, starting at verse 4, "And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of Yahuwah, the eternal King." Allow me to explain this, family. When Adam and Eve was kicked out of the Garden of Eden and they were not permitted to go back, it was because if they would have went back into the Garden of Eden after they had sinned and partaken of the tree of life, there would have been an eternal lock into sin. So in the new kingdom to come, we will have a chance to redo this all again. We will be able to partake in the tree of life, but this can only take place after judgment and after the Most High have pushed the reset button. And this is why verse 4 says, "And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its consummation forever." Let's continue reading. It says, "Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad, and into the holy place shall they enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, such as thy fathers lived. And in their days shall no sorrow or plague or torment or calamity touch them. Then blessed I Yahuwah of glory, the eternal King, who had prepared such things for the righteous, and had created them and promised to give to them." 1 Enoch chapter 26. "And I went from thence to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place, in which there was trees with branches abiding and blooming, of a dismembered tree. And there I saw a holy mountain, and underneath the mountain, to the east, there was a stream, and it flowed towards the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain, higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine. In it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And to the west thereof there was another mountain, lower than the former, and of small elevation, and a ravine deep and dry between them. And another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the three mountains. And all the ravines were deep and narrow, being formed of hard rock, and trees were not planted upon them. And I marveled at the rocks, and I marveled at the ravine. Yeah, I marveled very much." As I complete this message in chapter 27, you're going to learn that the pastors continue to lie about what happens after death. According to what the angel Uriel showed Enoch, there's a place for everyone after death, a place allotted for the righteous, and a separate holding place allotted for the wicked until Judgment Day. 1 Enoch chapter 27. "Then said I, For what object is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me, answered and said, This accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips against Yahuwah unseemly words, and of his glory speak hard things. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days here shall be upon them the spectacle of righteous judgment in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless Yahuwah of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment over the former, they shall bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he has assigned them their lot. Then I bless Yahuwah of glory and set forth his glory and lauded him gloriously. So here Enoch was shown the place where the righteous as well as the unrighteous will be until the day of judgment. And while we don't know exactly how this place may look, the angel Uriel and Enoch gives us an idea. In chapter 27 and verse 1, Enoch said that this was a blessed land filled with trees, but there was also an accursed valley between. And the angel Uriel told Enoch that this was an accursed valley, and is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together who utter with their lips against Yahuwah. This is why we must not believe what the heathens have taught us. We must read for ourselves and question why they have taken books out, like the book of Enoch. This is why Yah tells Enoch to distribute the books and this knowledge to his children, generation after generation. Let's take a look at that in Enoch chapter 33, starting at verse 9, where it says, "Give them the books of the handwriting, and they will read them, and will know me for the Creator of all things, and will understand how there is no other Elohim but me. And let them distribute the books of your handwriting, children to children, generation to generation, nations to nations." Verse 11, "And I will give you Enoch my intercessor, the archistrate, Michael, for the handwriting of your fathers, Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahalalel, and Jared your father." This is one of the reasons that the children of Israel are lost today, because these books have not been passed down to our children, generation to generation, and nation to nation. And because we have no knowledge of these things that have been written in these books by our forefathers, we continue to walk contrary to Yahuwah's laws. And we have no knowledge of the extent of the power of our Elohim, as he tells us in Enoch chapter 33, starting at verse 3, "I am self-eternal, not made with hands, and without change. My thought is my counselor, my wisdom and my word are made, and my eyes observe all things, how they stand here and tremble with terror. If I turn my face, then all things will be destroyed." Do you now understand why the book of Enoch was banned from the Bible? Thank you for listening. This concludes my message for today. May the Most High bless you and keep you and your family safe in these dark times. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will leave a link in the description box if you want to support me by visiting my store, shalomfineart.com. Thank you again for listening. Shalom.